Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm starting this video in the parking lot of the hair salon because I wanted to start this video earlier, but then I thought I would do it backwards from the way that I originally planned because it might just flow better. But I'm in the parking lot to get my hair done. I am doing the beaded row hair extensions with the hand-tied wefts. And it's 6:30, it's almost 6:30. My appointment's at 6:30, and I'm gonna show you guys this process. I did a poll, and most of you said you wanted its own video, so that's what I'm doing for you guys. So if you're interested, just keep watching. I'm gonna take you guys inside through the process. And then after the process is over and you see it, I will be sitting down with you guys and talking about everything that I know you're gonna ask. So I will answer the cost question. I'm not gonna be shy, I'm gonna be honest and tell you what I personally paid. I'm not in focus, I'm really sorry, you guys. I'll tell you the cost, I'll tell you why I decided to do it, because I obviously already have long hair, so there's kind of a reason why I'm doing it. And then just the process in general and how to take care of them. So yeah, let's go ahead and go inside. Kylie is waiting for me. And unfortunately, her salon is I love her salon because it's located close to me, but it's also in one of those suites. And I'll tell you guys, it's a private type suite, which is my soda, my Chick-fil-A Coke. I like that it's a private suite because you have the whole place to yourself, this room to yourself, but it's next to a downtown area where there's bars and stuff, so there's people everywhere and the parking was not ideal tonight. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get my hair done.
With you, everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. Wheels in motion, I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too, 'cause you've been looking at me on.
Alright guys, it is the next day. I got home super late last night at 11 o'clock p.m. So my appointment was at 6:30. I left a little after 10:30. I want to say like 10:45 or so. So I just want to go over a few things as far as questions that I know you guys are going to ask. And I want this to be very laid back. This is not formal. I know not a lot about the hair side of it. So I'm just going to go through some things and be as transparent as possible. I watched a bunch of these videos when I was looking into getting them, and a lot of things about those videos were the cost of them. No one would answer. I think one girl I watched ended up answering. Taylor Wynn answered and was honest about the cost, but almost everyone else would put like cost in the thumbnail and they would be like, well, it's such a variable, go in for a consult, I can't really tell you. But I'm going to tell you what I paid just in case you're someone that has hair similar to mine. I'm just going to be honest and tell you guys what I paid. I did prepare for this. I didn't just decide one day to go get them. I've been looking into them now since like the end of August. That's kind of when I started thinking about them, and it's now the beginning of November. So I considered it for about 2 months and it wasn't impulsive. So just to let you guys know that I didn't just like decide one day. I've been looking at this for a while. Okay, so for starters, my hair in real life, like my real hair, I have a lot of hair. It's thick. It's actually really fluffy and frizzy. Whenever it's first washed and dried, it's very big. So I have to straighten it no matter what. I have to straighten it and then curl it. I can't just let it ride with freshly dry hair. I would look like I didn't take care of it. It just looks really messy and frizzy and big. So that's the kind of hair that I have. I do have thick hair, so when it comes to extensions, I have to have more put in. So it's unfortunate for me because I have to pay more for more hair. That's just the way that it is. When you have thicker hair, it's harder to find or to get enough hair in there to blend the bottom. That's the biggest thing with extensions. When you have thicker hair, it's a lot harder to blend at the end of the hair. So the kind of hair that I have in my head, this is the Jay-Z Styles hair. The owner of Jay-Z Styles is actually a YouTuber named Jessie. So if you go on her website, jzstyles.com, you can purchase her hair. These are the hand-tied wefts. They are the cozy wefts, which basically, I don't know a ton about the hair, but I know that with a lot of these beaded rose extensions, you either do natural like hand-tied wefts or you do machine wefts. We did the hand-tied version, but we did the cozy wefts, which basically means that you can cut them instead of having to fold them over. Again, it might not make sense to you if you don't actually know a lot about them. Everything that I've learned off of them, I've learned from like YouTube pretty much. So hopefully that all is like makes sense. But so that's the hair that I have in. I did purchase 2 packs. I have about 1.5 packs in my hair right now. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I have the rest of the hair downstairs. So I think I have around 180 to 200 grams in my head right now. And I have 2 rows that are horseshoe rows of hair. And then I have 1 mini row on the very bottom to help with the blending of like the bottom section down here, because obviously that's kind of a hard spot to blend because the shorter your hair is, the more noticeable it's going to be. And for length, I did purchase the 22 inches, which were long. I should have saved the money and gone for like 18 to 20 inches. I think probably 20 inches. When I first had them put in, they were really low, like to the top of my hip bone. And I was not expecting them to be that long. Crazy. Different people that I've seen that have had them, they must have had longer torsos and the hair looks shorter because they went to like my hips and I'm like, we have to cut these. So we cut like 3 inches off. So I want to say this is around 19 inches, maybe 20. It's somewhere around there. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't actually have her measure or anything like that. So there's different sizes you can buy. I think you can go from like 16 inches to like 24 inches. So really it's up to you what you feel comfortable with. I was more comfortable with it just hitting like right under the bra line. So that's kind of what we went with. The reason why I got extensions, I'm sure people are wondering, if you followed my channel before this time, you know that I do have hair that's obviously longer. It's like to here. I have thicker hair. The reason why I'm getting extensions, or why I got them, is because for one, I'm no stranger to them. I've been getting them now for almost 10 years. I've had glue-in, tape-in, fusion extensions. I've had it all, and so far these I feel like are the best. I also have 3 pairs of clip-ins in my closet in different colors. So I've had all of them. These just seem to look the most natural when the wind blows and you see the wefts. It actually looks like it's coming out of your scalp because they are sewn in. If you're Googling them or YouTubing them, just type in beaded row extensions or hand-tied hair extensions. It'll bring up a lot of different people actually doing them to show you what it looks like. But the reason why I ended up getting them now is because my hair, once it gets to about right here, I start to get very impatient and I just want to either cut all of it off or I want to elongate it. It's been kind of sitting at this weird, not long but not short stage, and this is the stage every time that I end up getting either extensions put in or I chop it off. And every time I chop it, I regret it every time, and then years later I still do it again. I'll chop it and then I'll regret it. So I wanted to avoid that this time. I looked into this method and I just had tape-ins for postpartum hair loss for thickening, and I liked them, but I could not do a full head of them just because I don't want to have adhesive in my hair, and these are like glue and adhesive free. So I really did like my tape-ins, but not for a full head. Okay, cost. I know everyone's gonna ask this question, and like I said, I did prepare for this. I have been looking at getting these for a few months now. What actually sealed the deal was about a month after I started looking. One of my friends that I met, she actually had them in, and she let me look inside of her hair. And I talked to her a lot about them. How easy was it to care for them? Does it hurt? Do you feel comfortable? Like, how long is your hair lasting? You know, what kind of hair do you have? What do you have for this? And I kind of like dug in and asked her a bunch of questions about it. And then I decided it was going to be for me. It was definitely more what I wanted. And that's why I ended up going for it. So I have been preparing cost-wise, like I said, for a couple of months, really like financially being like, okay, I'm going to spend this on this and this on this, and kind of like save up on the side for my hair, because for one, I don't spend a certain amount of money without telling my husband first. Like after a certain amount of money, I end up telling him, hey, I'm going to be spending this kind of money. And he knows how much extensions cost because I've had them several times since we've been married. So he was prepared, but these are the most expensive ones I've ever had. So let me tell you kind of the cost list that I had. The hair itself, I got 2 packs from Jay-Z Styles, and if your stylist orders them, you actually get a discount or whatever. So for 2 packs of hair for the Cozy Weft hand-tied extensions, after tax and I paid for expedited shipping, it was $7.18. So that was both the packs of hair, and the hair that I have left over, when it's time to change out hair, that can also go in, or I can always add to. It really just depends. The hair will last up to a year depending on how long you care for it. So if you're breaking up that cost over a year, it doesn't seem as extreme. It's like, I think $65 a month or something for a year, something like that. So you could prepare for it for, you know, a certain amount of time if you needed to do that. And the actual application was $85 an hour. She actually did it by hour instead of by row. Sometimes it's just by row. Some stylists do like a flat fee of like $100 per row. So it took her 4 hours, and so it ended up being, I think, $340, because she also charged a little bit for her to go in and like, what do you call that? Like layer in the extensions, because you're putting in these long pieces, and she actually layers them to your hair so it looks like it's coming out of your head. So I ended up paying $340 for that, and I ended up tipping her on top of that. So my total ended up being almost exactly $1,100 even, and I did not get any hair color or anything like that. That will be an added cost, but luckily for me, the hair extensions matched my blonde balayage on top really well, thankfully, so that saved me the money. If you don't want to have to pay on top of like color and everything else, just make sure that you're matching them as best as you can. And I was lucky because I was able to pick where the hair came from. She gave me the option of different, you know, hair places. There were some where I could have gotten all the hair for like $500 and something, and some that it was like I forget how much, like $1,400 for 2 packs. There's a huge range. But remember that cheaper isn't always better. I ended up going somewhere in the middle because I was able to go on YouTube and see Jay-Z Styles herself, Jessie, putting in this hair and seeing all the great reviews, and everyone loves this hair. So that's why I ended up going with this one. And so far so good. I mean, I just got them, so I can't say it's the best hair ever. I don't really know that yet, but I will keep you guys updated. Just small updates every now and then on them. What else? I think that's everything that you guys probably will ask, like why I got them, the cost. Yeah, so that's everything. If you have questions, leave them down below. I'll just try to respond to the comments down below. So far so good though. I'm really happy with them. It's definitely a change, even because I haven't worn lengthening extensions for a while. The last time I wore lengthening ones was for my wedding like 6 years ago, and they were fusion all over my head, and they were fine at the time, but they didn't blend as well as these do. So I didn't even know about these, but I don't know if they were even a thing back then. But I'm seeing a lot more of these around. So there's a few YouTubers that I follow that actually have them in. And some I had no idea they had them in until I ran across a video of them talking about it. I just thought they had like the world's perfect hair. And now I see there's a nice well-kept secret for these. So that's going to be all for this video, you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy just seeing the process and me talking about it. Again, I'll try to answer all of your questions down below if you're interested. If not, that's okay. I know this is not a normal video for my channel. I normally do like mom vlogs and all kind of other things, but that's going to be all, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!